We're currently carrying out a research on how we can leverage technology to enhance educational system. So basically, we're looking at building adaptive multimodal user interfaces for people living with disability in a resource context like that of Nigeria, which is a low resource context. So what does this mean? Adaptivity is basically building a system that can modify its UI in a dynamic way. Let's say, for example, you're interacting with a system, and as you read, the system understands that it needs to adjust some of its font colors, font text, font family, adjust some of its layout in real time in order for you, the reader, to assimilate more, assimilate better. Now, when we talk about multimodal, many systems today are usually just implement a couple of modes in terms of information display. So when we talk about multimodal, we are not just displaying the contents of the educational platform to you in text or in audio format or in video format. We are incorporating as many formats as we can. If you bring it together, adaptive and multimodal simply means that, let's say, for example, a Bello from Kaduna State, who is probably a student of a secondary school in Kaduna State, is using the system. And Bello has some sight challenges, or maybe Bello has some hearing challenges. Maybe he uses a hearing aid, but he wants to learn on our adaptive and multimodal platform. The moment he starts taking lectures on that platform, the platform can understand who Bello is by merely probably looking at his face and understanding that Bello needs certain characteristics or needs it to change in certain ways, and it adjusts accordingly. So Bello might be reading through text and sometimes murmuring. Our system can pick sounds, understand what could have prompted that murmuring, that sighing, that expression on his face, and adjust accordingly. One of the reasons why we decided to take on this project is to improve cognitive load and assimilation capability of learners on the platform. Everybody have a cognitive load. By cognitive load, we mean a level of persistence, or basically saying how long someone can learn before they get tired. So if your cognitive load is 20 minutes and you're learning from a material, in 20 minutes time, you might feel like, let me just go and take a walk. You're already exhausted. Your mind is already exhausted because you've exhausted your cognitive load. But this system, we're designing it in such a way that the moment your cognitive load is getting full, the system modifies itself. The system could play you some funny skits for maybe 5 to 10 minutes or some few minutes so that you get relaxed before taking you back to the learning material. And by that, you're still incorporated in the system, you're taking longer to assimilate, and your cognitive load is getting increased. So the reason why we chose Nigeria for this project is because Nigeria is termed as a low resource context where internet access is not as it is in maybe first world countries. You pay huge amounts to gain access to the internet. Some areas in Nigeria don't even have internet access or reliable one at that. So, but we need to make sure that students and learners from places like Nigeria get access to learning resources or systems that factors in this context, this our Nigerian context. In a nutshell, the research we're currently focused on is building an educational platform that can help learners with disabilities learn as much as they can, extend their learning capability, as well as understand the content of the materials that they're learning. So for us to achieve this, we need to factor in multimodality of the learning platform. We need to factor in adaptability of the learning platform. Now, when we talk about multimodality, we need to implement different modes of information presentation to the learners on this platform that can display information through text, voice, or audio, videos, or a combination of everything, and even new modal channels as well. Then we'll talk about adaptability. We are looking at making these systems very adaptive and dynamic in such that the system is an AI powered system, basically. It understands the facial cues of these learners, listens to the learners. So when a learner is not getting as much from material, sometimes they make certain comments. These systems pick those comments. These systems understand their facial expression, get facial cues from them, as well as modify the UI in order to incorporate these learners properly. So with this, I'm sure I'm able to explain the research endeavors we're working on. Currently, we have a systematic literature review where we reviewed over 90 studies, 90 accepted studies. We're currently pushed it to a journal for vetting and possible publication. And after that, we are moving on to taking the right steps and every step that would help us build these systems so that we help learners from low resource contexts get the best from any educational platform. So this is what we are currently working on at the University of Lagos, Nigeria AI Research Lab. My name is Chidi. I'm a researcher and I'm a PhD student here at the University of Lagos. And I thought to share some of our endeavors with you. Thank you and you have a nice day.